Coach, your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, obviously disappointed with the result, but I thought it was a fairly even game over the 90 minutes. I think, our performance today was a lot better than the game against Marumo Gallants, and unfortunately this one we end up on the losing side. But the performance itself was a lot better. I thought in the first half our possession was a lot better, but Stellenbosch are a team that is built on the counter. They're a team that will play on your mistakes and look to punish you, and today the two mistakes ended up costing us 2 goals. In the first half, Voyo should have just rather cleared the ball, but he tried to trap it, and Taito stole it off him, and we ended up conceding the first goal from the cross. And then obviously the second one, same scenario. You down the opposite end, you have a great chance to punish them and take the lead, and you don't, and then you get punished on the other end because you give the ball away very, very cheaply at a very, very critical moment in the game, and that's what they're good at. They're very, very good at the counter attack and the transition to punish you, and that's why we ended up losing the game today. But I thought we had our own chances. We had opportunities to get ourselves back into the game, to try and make it 2-2. We hit the crossbar with a free kick from Ramala. Ramala had a shot that he should have gone across the keeper. So we had enough opportunities to get ourselves back into the game.
Coach, the inconsistency in results, seeing how packed up it is there, between 2 and even 9 to a certain extent. How costly are they, especially now?
Yeah, I said this, on SuperSport, that today was a 6-pointer at the end of the day. Not only with the fact that we're playing Stellenbosch and we can create a little gap there, but obviously we could create a gap from ourselves and those that are laying 8th and 9th, so there's the disappointment that, we at least would have preferred to have collected all 3, or even a point. Would have been better for us today than the loss, but it is what it is. Our situation is still a far more comfortable situation than most, and if we can go out and win our next couple of matches, we'll see ourselves back in that fight for the top 3.
Coach, when you came in, what did you find was most impressive about this team? Obviously, when you find a team in the top 8, there's something they're doing right. And what have you found that really needs a lot of work to look into?
I think obviously there's a lot of talent here, and there's a lot of experience in this team. Players who've played really at the highest level at big clubs. So the talent is definitely not the issue. Now it's just about building on what they've achieved so far, and then obviously adding certain elements that I think we need to bring into our game to make sure that we stay strong and build a credible season, not only this season but moving forward.
How much work do you think you still have, Coach?
No, there's still quite a bit that I have to do, in terms of the playing style that I want. Today it was a little bit better in terms of our possession and our build-up. But in the final third, I don't think there was enough creativity. I don't think there was enough penetration. So those are certain areas that we need to work on. And then obviously the mistakes, the ability to keep the ball, making the right decisions. My 2 games that I've been in charge now, the 3 goals come from crosses, and we don't seem to be able to deal with the balls coming into the box. So those are areas that we obviously need to figure out what is the issue. Is it because our defence is not dealing with it? Is it because the keeper's not coming out? So these are all things that I'll analyse, and now that we have the FIFA break, I can sit and work on those elements to look to improve them. You want to be competing at the highest level, you've got to be conceding less goals, and I think over the season so far, I think that's been a weakness for Sekhukhune. Yes, they've been winning matches, but they've also been conceding goals. So you want to find yourself at the top of the league, you've got to have clean sheets, in terms of goals conceded.
Coach, there's still the Nedbank Cup issue hanging over you guys. Do you know when that game will be played?
Possibly on the 28th, that's what I've heard. But as yet it hasn't been confirmed.
Coach, I just want to ask about your assistant coach. Why Mark van Heerden, Coach?
Mark is somebody that I've worked with, obviously. He also now is qualified. He's got his UEFA B license. He knows my playing philosophy and my style and what I want, and I think that's very, very important. Paulus obviously will learn, and as someone I know from his playing days. So I think it's always important to have people around you that understand the way you think as a coach and the way you want to play as a coach,